What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're back here on NBA 2K23. We're talking about a certain prospect that every team is coveting this year, and that being Victor Wembanyama. So today I'm rewarding the Detroit Pistons a rigged lottery, and we're doing a Victor Wembanyama Detroit Pistons rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one. Of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're on the road to 30,000 subs, and we're like less than 300 away from there. And we're trying to get it before the end of this year, and there's only a certain amount of days left of 2022, of course. If you're not subscribed, be greatly appreciated. But of course, the Pistons right now, towards the bottom of the standings, gonna be in the lottery, and today we're rigging it for them. We're gonna rig the lottery for the Detroit Pistons. They're going to be rewarded their #1 overall pick. Basically, I might do this with a bunch of teams. We already did it with the Pelicans like a while ago when the Lakers were like really bad, but the Lakers have since turned it around a little bit. So we could do this with the Spurs, the Rockets. Like, we could do all certain teams with Victor Wembanyama because this is one of the most hyped prospects we've seen in a long time. So today we are going to somewhere to the end of the season. We're going to tank our butts off, and we're going to be in the lottery, and we're going to get the #1 overall pick. You see this, man? This could be you right here. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get more out of the game you're watching. You're picking overs or unders on your favorite players that you love watching each and every day. Let me show you how it works. Prize Picks is available on mobile or desktop, and you basically get to choose 2 to 5 players, and you choose over or under on their props that they give you. You pretty much have every sport you can imagine on here. But let's say I wanted to go ahead and put a bet on Mitchell and Joel Embiid. I want to go more and more on them. If I get it right, I 3 times my money. Let's say I want to go up to 5 players, which is the most you can go up to. You can go more or more on all of them, and that's going to 10 times your money. I started with $100, and so far I'm up to 500. I've been having a ton of fun over here on Prize Picks. If you want to go ahead and sign up, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables or matching deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. If you deposit $100, you get $200 to work with. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. Back to the rebuild. At the end of the season, the Philadelphia 76ers go on to win the championship. We go take a look at our player stats real quick before we jump into the lottery. He had 20 from Cade Cunningham, who didn't play a whole lot this year because of his injury. I forgot about Bojan Bogdanovic. I'm not sure what the Pistons are going to do with him, whether or not they plan on trading him at the trade deadline or not. I know that's a huge rumor. Also, Jaden Ivey and the Sadiq Bey has also been in rumors as well. So I'm not really sure what the game plan is for the Detroit Pistons when it comes to that. But I am going to go ahead and obviously, like I said, reward them with Victor Wembanyama today. They do have Jalen Duren, who definitely looks like he could be really good. And Isaiah Stewart is going to be free agent soon. So I guess Jalen Duren could maybe be the backup center while Stewart maybe goes somewhere. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So first and foremost, the first start is the lottery. I was told it would be rigged for us, but I don't know that for a fact. So let's go see if it does give us the #1 overall pick without me doing anything. So it is projected to be going to the Knicks, which is not true at all. So let's see what happens. Apparently the fix was not in. I was lied to. So I got to go fix this myself. I got to put the fix in myself. So the Wizards, I'm sorry, you do not have the #1 pick. That belongs to Detroit. I'm sorry. And now that we have the #1 overall pick, it is time, of course, to draft Victor Wembanyama. But we got to figure out, do we want to trade Bojan Bogdanovic here on draft night? He's at an 83 overall right now. And like I said, I don't know what the Pistons plan on doing with him going forward. They extended him for a reason. I don't know if he was a long-term part of their plans, you know, just kind of a veteran presence, or are they going to trade him when they could? Not really sure what the game plan is for Detroit on that end, but I'm going to take a look real quick just to kind of see what would be offered to me. So we can get like a first-round pick from Philadelphia. We can get Grayson Allen, a first-round pick from Chicago, and another one. So Chicago just keeps going all in on this DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine roster. I guess that could be interesting for us to do. Got Tyus Jones, Capella, Caleb Martin, Rozier, Kessler. There's some decent offers here. Mitchell Robinson. We're also having the Nets offer us the 14th pick and Joe Harris, which actually I kind of like the idea of this because we walk away with another lottery pick. The Brooklyn Nets are still in on trying to win around Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So they're like, you know what? There's really no one we can get at 14 that's going to help us right now. So let's go ahead and trade for Bojan. I kind of like it. We're going to do that trade. So we're going to go ahead, send Bojan to the Brooklyn Nets. We get the 14th overall pick and take on Joe Harris's contract. Not a big deal. And we'll be happy with that. So just like that, Bojan is gone. We now have 2 lottery picks. So obviously we know who we're getting with #1. We know what we're doing with this one. So like I said, what other team you guys want to see me do a Victor Wembanyama rebuild with next? Let me know down in the comment section below, because we could definitely do it with like teams that are projected to be like really low in the standings. Obviously, I don't want to do it with the Phoenix Suns. Don't tell me, hey, do a Phoenix Suns Wembanyama rebuild, because that don't make any sense. Or the Celtics, do that. Doesn't make any sense. So I don't want to draft Derek Lively because we have plenty of centers. You got Jared Walker, Travion Smith, Colby Jones, Caleb Love, Chris Murray, Gregory Jackson. Gregory Jackson is a pretty safe bet here. Mojave King, I guess, could be interesting as well. But I guess I'll go ahead and draft the young Sid here out of undrafted. So I'm going to go ahead, or I don't know. I was going to say what college he's from, but I have no idea where he's at. So you know what? It's not a big deal. So I don't know why I said undrafted. Oh, from France. That's where it is. Okay. And then in the second round, we can take Kaya Boswell and we call it a day. So just like that, we walk away pretty nicely. Of course, we get Victor Wembanyama at the top. And number 14, we grab Sid. So I kind of like it. As far as our signings, we're going to sign all of them. Player options, has got Alec Burks, Nerlens Noel. So the Pistons also could trade these two at the trade deadline as well. Didn't even think about those two either. Isaiah Stewart, Sadiq Bey, Cade Cunningham, Livers, Knox, and Killian Hayes. I'm accepting all of them. Noel and Burks, I am going to let go. I don't see the point of keeping them. Of course, we could, keep them and trade them for something, but I'll just let them go. Let them be free. Go fly their wings somewhere else. So, free agency, Burks, Noel, Magruder, no interest in any of those guys. So, if you look at the roster now, you officially have Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes has played decent in real life. I'm not really sure how much he'll project to be good in 2K. I don't know how much he'll develop, so we'll see about that one. And Boswell we just drafted. So maybe those two can fight over the backup point guard spot. You have Jaden Ivey, of course, at the 2, which we do like. Joe Harris and Sid, which obviously Joe Harris is not going to be starting small forward. Sid might get some minutes here and there. You have Sadiq Bey and then Isaiah Stewart already listed at the 4, which I like. Because I actually like Isaiah Stewart at the power forward because he can actually shoot a little bit now. He's developed that part of his game. Bagley, I think I might move to power forward and have Jalen Duren. So it'll probably be like this. So I'm going to do, I'm going to move Sadiq Bey to small forward. Bagley to the 4, not to point guard. That'd be terrible. And then, did I say, and I think that was it. I think that's what I wanted to move. So now we kind of have a full rotation in a way where we're pretty, feeling pretty good about this. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with this. Maybe we should get another guard just because, like, the guards we have right now, you don't really know if they're going to be reliable. Maybe get a better shooting guard. So shooting guards got, like, Oubre, Malik Beasley, Gary Trent. I mean, a Gary Trent Jr. off the bench here in Detroit would be absolutely amazing. If we could steal him from the Raptors, that would be a really nice signing for us. Or even like Lonnie Walker, who's, developed really nicely in LA. So Delano Banton could be interesting. There's a lot of good options. But you know what? Sign me up for some Gary Trent Jr. off the bench here in Detroit. I think this would be nice if we could bring him in. 3 years, $15 million. We're going to offer that to him. And he's going to be our 6th man throughout the video probably. So Gary Trent Jr., welcome to Detroit. And now we have our official full man rotation. Let's see how player progression treats us. We should have Cade Cunningham fully healthy. Jaden Ivey should develop a little bit here. So this team should, Cade Cunningham's up to an 89 already. So it's just developing like crazy. Ivey up 4. Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, Gary Trent Jr., Marvin Bagley, Jalen Duren, Killian Hayes actually went up 3. So that's kind of promising to see. So he'll probably crack some point guard minutes, backup point guard minutes. But other than that, we might end up trading Sadiq Bey eventually. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much he'll develop. I actually really like him in real life, but in 2K, it looks like they don't develop him too much. But we'll see. We'll see how it's feeling. So we're going to simulate to the end of next season. Well, let me show you the rotation first, and then we can get into simulating to the end of next season. So a 9-man rotation of Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, Victor Wembanyama. You got Gary Trent Jr. as your 6th man, like I said. They need to update his hair because that's obviously not what he looks like anymore at all. Marvin Bagley, Jalen Duren, and Joe Harris. So I am actually going to give Killian Hayes these last few minutes. I don't see the point of giving it to Joe Harris. So we do have the ability to flip Joe Harris's contract at the deadline for something if we really wanted to. Because right now, I'm not really sold on my forward spots. Like Isaiah Stewart, Sadiq Bey, they're solid and all, but I'm not really sold on them being my starters. I like Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Wembanyama. Those 3 are locked in, but Sadiq Bey, he might be locked in as well. Maybe I don't want Isaiah Stewart to be my starting power forward throughout the video. We'll see. I'm going to simulate, kind of see how things are feeling. And then maybe at the deadline, we can make some kind of big trade. I feel like there could be a move because like Bagley's got a contract. We have, some assets. We have some young players. So I think we can make a move at the deadline if one becomes available for us. So I am at the trade deadline, and it feels like the Nuggets always want to get rid of Michael Porter Jr. There's just something about him in 2K they don't like. They're always looking to trade him away. Right now, he's averaging only 13 points per game on the season. But I feel like I can give him a little bit of a larger role here in Detroit. And it's not going to look like it's going to cost too much. So I'm going to offer them Joe Harris, Marvin Bagley, and a 2025 first to get Michael Porter Jr. on this roster. I think it's going to be worth it. I actually really like the addition of Michael Porter Jr. here being maybe one of my forwards going forward. We need to take advantage of Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey not being paid yet. So I'm going to offer this, and I do agree. It's almost too easy to get him in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and be very, very happy with that. And now we have Michael Porter Jr. with Victor Wembanyama. I'm excited about it. So now what we can do is we probably move Michael Porter down to the 4 and get away with it because he's 6'10". Because we have Wembanyama, who's a defensive juggernaut, obviously. Sadiq Bey is fine. Jaden, we're excited about it. So They do not want to start Michael Porter, which I disagree with. I would actually love to see him start with the starters, so I'm going to do that. That way I don't really have to pay Isaiah Stewart a bunch of money, just depending on, he's shooting 51% from 3. Wow. Maybe I shouldn't sleep on Isaiah Stewart too much, but I think Michael Porter Jr. is going to come in and just bring a whole new dynamic with how high he can shoot the basketball. I really like it. I think it's going to space the floor like crazy, although Stewart looks like he was kind of doing that for us. How many was he attempting? I have to see. How do you check that? How many shots? I need to see how many shots he was attempting per game, because that is crazy. It's over here somewhere. I'm stupid. So 3 points attempted. He hasn't attempted that much this season. Okay, that makes more sense. But all right, let's go ahead and sum it to the end of the season now that we have Michael Porter Jr. Jason Tatum wins MVP, and honestly, this feels like foreshadowing to what's going to happen in real life. The Celtics are honestly right now, I don't think anyone can say they're not the favorites to win a championship. They just absolutely dominated the Suns last night. It's just so crazy how good they are this year, even after everything they went through to start the season. Wembanyama, of course, wins Rookie of the Year, which you love to see. Sixth man goes to Miles Bridges on the Spurs. Defense player goes to Giannis, and Evan Mobley most improved. Coach of the Year goes to Doc Rivers. John Morant, Luka, Tatum, Giannis, Jokic, Steph, Trae Young, LeBron, KD, Embiid, and here's your All-NBA third team. So I don't think we have any Pistons representing just yet, but eventually we may get there. We do have them on All-Rookie first team, of course. But we are the sixth seed. I was about to say, I don't even see my team for a second, but we're the sixth seed in the East. So player stats wise, you had 26 from Cade Cunningham, 18 from Ivy, 6.5, 14, and then you had 14 from Bay, and then 13 from Porter, and 11 from Jalen Duren. So yeah, Isaiah Stewart, this is where I check. Okay, so yeah, he was only attempting like 1 per game, which makes more sense on why he was shooting 46%, or it was 51% at the deadline. But now we get the Chicago Bulls. So Chicago is one of those teams where I feel like we could definitely beat them here, but we'll have to see what 2K gives us, what kind of simulation we get here. So let's see. This is our lineup going against theirs. I'm excited. Somebody current round against Chicago. We do win game. Wow. We were up 3-0, and then we blow a 3-0 lead. That's awesome. So we are back to the drawing board. The Bulls did make it to the conference final, so I guess I can't be too ashamed, but got the Grizzlies and the Cavs. The Grizzlies go on to win a championship. Player retirements, Iguodala retiring in Denver, which is only right, because isn't that where he started his career? No, he was there. He didn't start his career there. I'm stupid. He was there 1 year. Never mind. Draft lottery. Let's go straight to it. I mean, I traded my lottery pick, so I don't even think I'll have a pick here. So we got the Mavericks, the Kings, and the Spurs. The Mavericks, we got the very top. It's kind of weird with Luke on the roster, but sure, I guess. And then we need an assistant head coach. So I don't know how many moves I'll make this offseason, because we made our move at the trade deadline for Porter, but we'll see what else there is to make. No first round pick to worry about, but we did have a couple of second rounders, so I'll go ahead and sign both for them. The assistant GM took care of that for me. Jalen Duren, it feels like the Pistons are always declining it, but for me, I don't see the reason to decline his option. Him off the bench is a fine option, so we'll keep that the way it is. Okay, these are where it becomes a big time decision. I got Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, Isaiah Livers, and Killian Hayes. So Killian Hayes, I honestly think he might develop even more, so I wouldn't mind getting him back depending on how much he's asked for. So like $10 million per year. We'll see. Sadiq Bey, I think I do want him back, but I mean, if there's the ability to like sign a Jalen, no, I can't go that far. I mean, if we didn't get Porter, we'd probably get sound like a Jalen Brown right now. But the other thing we could do is like Tobias Harris. So I think, I mean, our best option is to just sign Sadiq Bey. You have Jeremy Grant here, bring him back to Detroit. I don't think I'll do that. Bull is available here as well. That'd be cool. Jared Vanderbilt, which would be a good option. Grant Williams, Baisley, Isaac. So there's definitely some good power forward options, but I think we'd have, I don't know how much cap space we project to have right now. So took Vide. We got Alexander Boswell, Gary Trent. Sid is our small forward. I don't know how much he'll develop. And then we're good at center. So it's just kind of the forward spot. So I think I do want Sadiq Bey back. I really do want him back. So I'm gonna try to get Sadiq Bey back. And I might have to get Stewart back as well. I might have to get Killian Hayes back. Just let this roster kind of develop the way they are right now. So I am going to go ahead and give Sadiq Bey his 4-year contract to offer. I do want him back in Detroit, so I'll give that to him. And then we don't have the money to sign like those guys I was looking at earlier. So now it's kind of just sign our point guards, and that's just how it's going to have to be. So Killian Hayes, I think I do want him back. And then Stewart, $18 million per year, 4 years, $17 million. I mean, as a bench power forward, I guess we give it to him. We're going to start spending money on this roster. We're believing this roster is going to eventually turn into something. So the other thing I could do is get a point guard. And like I said, Killian Hayes is the guy I want, but for some reason it's not showing him in my bird rights anymore, unless if he signed. No, there he is. Never mind. So I'm going to give him a 2-year deal. I'm going to hope he develops. I think he will. Pretty sure 2K gives him a little bit of development. So I think that'll be it for me. So that will be our free agency. Just re-signed our guys, nothing more. Player progression. Let's see how it's treating us. We got Kate Cunningham. We got Victor Wembanyama up, Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, Gary Trent. Michael Porter didn't move, which is actually really annoying. Stewart, Jalen Duren, Killian Hayes only went up to a 74, and Sid's up to a 74. So there might be another move to be made. I thought Porter would develop even more, which is probably why the Nuggets always try to get rid of him, because he doesn't develop anymore. But all good. I think we can get away with it still with what we have. So maybe another trade deadline move on the horizon, because we do have a lot of salaries now, and maybe there's another move to be made. We'll see what happens. I am at the trade deadline, and I am trying to make a move here to get another bench player. And I actually have kind of two right in front of my face, where I'm trading Killian Hayes, a first, and Sid over to the Pelicans for Trey Murphy. I really love Trey Murphy. I think if this man had more opportunity, he's going to be a beast wherever he goes. I don't know if he eventually gets a bigger role in New Orleans or eventually will find a bigger role. I think this man has got more to his game than what he's given right now. Again, I will say this every time. I'm really upset the Blazers couldn't maybe finesse him out of the CJ McCollum trade. I don't know. It didn't happen, obviously. It's something I will always think about. I feel like Trey Murphy is such a good player. It's not even funny. So they want to start him at small forward, which honestly, I'm not even opposed to it. I like Trey Murphy. It kind of feels weird to have Michael Porter Jr. come off the bench. But Trey Murphy and now the bench is just looking much better. So we're going to roll with it like this now. I love the addition of Murphy. I love him as a player. I think he's going to be so good once the opportunity shows up. But let's go ahead and simulate the rest of the season. John Morant goes on to win an MVP. Xavier Booker, Rookie of the Year for the Dallas Mavericks. They got the #1 overall pick, so that's what happened. Markelle Fultz, 6th man for the Pacers. Joe Holmgren, Defensive Player. Kel Ware's Most Improved. And Dwayne Casey, Coach of the Year for the Toronto... Not for the Toronto Raptors, for us. I was about to say Toronto Raptors. That's his old job. 60-22 on the season. I don't know if we have any Pistons representatives here, but that'd be awesome if we did. We do. Victor Wembanyama. I almost missed that, but he did end up making it on. And then does he make like anybody make all defensive team? No. So now we got our full rotation. We have rebuilt this team as high as we wanted them to. And now it's time to try to win a championship here. So Kate Cunningham 26, Ivy with 20, Wembanyama with 19, 13 from Trent, 11.5 from Michael Porter, 11 from Bey, 11 from Duren, and then Trey Murphy only came in and averaged 8 points per game. But like I said, I'll keep saying it. I'm a big Trey Murphy fan. I think he's going to be good, man, once he gets the big opportunity. But he already is really good. Don't get me wrong. But the Miami Heat is our round 1 opponent. They have a 69 overall point guard. Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Nicola. I mean, 8-seed upsets happen all the time, and Miami is one of those teams I would not be surprised if they upset us here. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Somebody Kurt round, and we are going to beat them in 5. So we take care of business. No 8-seed upsets, and now I have to deal with LaMelo Ball and the Hornets. So the Hornets have Desmond Bane. So Desmond Bane's always leaving the Grizzlies, it feels like. So Desmond Bane at the small forward, Rozier, LaMelo, PJ Washington, Claxton, Jalen Smith. So pretty good roster in Charlotte, but I still like mine a little bit better. The game 1, we're up 1-0, beat them by 21, 33, 7, and 9. Porter with 20 off the bench. So our bench doesn't fall off either. With Gary Trent Jr. and Porter coming in, we got plenty of scoring. 2-1, 2-2. Okay, I would hate to drop 3 straight. So if we can not do that, that'd be great. So we're going to go to an 8-man rotation and see if we can win game 5. And we do. Can we win game 6? No. Go to a game 7, and we get the ultimate test if we get past Charlotte here to play the Celtics, which, as we know, is no easy task. So let's come out here and take care of business. Let's not lose in game 7 at home in front of the Detroit fans. We're trying to win a championship here, bring home a championship. Obviously, it's not looking good right now. It's a tie ball game, but we take the lead back. Very close game. LaMelo Ball is trying to give us trouble here. Just keep the lead. Just keep it. That's all I'm asking for, 2K. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Not even funny. Okay. Let's see if we could keep it. Please keep the lead. 131. Oh my goodness. We gotta watch the end of this. We gotta watch the end of this. All right, this time I won't be playing it out. We have a 1-point lead. I'm just gonna simply watch what happens. We got Cade Cunningham guarding LaMelo. LaMelo's gonna try to do something in the mid-range. He's trying to dice up Cade Cunningham, and he gets right around Cade and just absolutely... Yeah, so I have a bad feeling about what my offense is about to come out here and do. I really do, because I feel like every time I watch the computer, it just doesn't work out for me. So this might be another year. Honestly, I'm doing it. I'm jumping in. I'm taking care of business here. I don't trust the computer. I don't. I just don't trust them. They're going to... Should I even trust myself, though, is this actual question? Yeah, we do, because we have a wide open lane, and I'm going to take the dunk. 134, 135. Okay. Now I got to play good defense, and we are going to be golden. But obviously, me playing good defense doesn't always result in that way. We do have a good defender here in Wembanyama, though, and he is very versatile. Rozier, going to try and make something happen. I got my guy. They're going to go to LaMelo. I can double team if I need to. I got to make sure I don't leave my man wide open, though, because obviously all they need is 1 point to win the game. We got 8 seconds left on the clock. I'm not gonna leave my man. We got double team down low. Good defense. Good defense. Get the rebound. Exactly what we needed. Stewart, we're not in the bonus yet, so now we can go to the free throw line with Cade Cunningham, which is nice. So thankfully, we had good defense there, and LaMelo didn't pass it out because he had a wide open person on the top of the key. So thankfully, he didn't pass that. We're gonna make our first free throw. We need to make both of these because the Hornets, I mean, they don't have a timeout, which is good. So let's make both of these, and we do. So we switched both of them. Finally, I came in and took care of business during gameplay. Usually, it just doesn't happen that way. I'm going to be there. If he makes this, wow, he almost kind of did. But all right, we beat them in Game 7. Now we get the ultimate test against Boston. So we have a 7-seeded Boston Celtics here in the conference finals. We got Tatum, Jalen. We know how good the Celtics are. We know how good they are. So let's just go game by game here. They win Game 1. We win Game 2, though, so we're not out of it just yet. Or 2-1. 3-1. No. Game 5 going to be a big one. We win it. Can we win Game 6? No. Another Game 7. Game 7 against Boston. I'm not feeling very comfortable about this, but hopefully we can just come out here and blow them out. That's what I'm hoping for. Don't get blown out. Detroit, we didn't come this far just to lose. Please take care of business. Okay, take the lead back. Keep hanging on. I think we got this. I think we got it. We got it. Let's go. We beat them in Game 7. And now we're headed to the finals. That was closer than I would have wanted it to be. We take care of business. 29 from Jaden Ivey. W. And now I get to play the Utah Jazz. So the Jazz have Markkanen, Kyrie Irving. Why does Kyrie always go to Utah? It's so weird. He does that every time in the simulation. Kyrie in Utah makes no sense to me. I feel like he'd retire before he played in Utah. But maybe he would if he got the bag offered, I guess. We beat them Game 1. They even it up. Okay. Game 3 goes to them. Don't go down 3-1. Are we really about to lose to the Jazz, bro? Come on, man. Let's not lose to the Jazz, man. We're playing a guy that doesn't even want to be there. Let's keep going, man. Come on. Game, we can come back. We can come back. I believe in us. 3-1 blown lead is going to go to us. I believe in it. So, we got to win this one, obviously. Blowing them out right now. So far, so good. And we are going to win game, what is this, Game 5? Yeah, we win Game 5. Now we got to go to Game 6 in Utah. So, if we can win this one, we're going to a Game 7 in Detroit, and it's back in business where we can win. So, we're still running an 8-man rotation on top of that. So, let's just try to take care of business here. Game 6, got a really nice lead here in the first quarter, but we're allowing them to come back in the second. We keep the lead. Keep it. Just keep the lead. That's all I'm asking for. Very close game once again, and we are going to blow it, I think. 107-110. 109-112. I mean, I got to do it again, I think. I got to do it again. I don't want to give up, man. Let's come out here. Let's take care of business. I mean, I can just... we got 57 seconds left in the clock. I believe in myself to go ahead and come out here and... make sure it happens. So I'm going to go to, all right, I'm just going to hit this layup and he misses it. Of course he does. Why am I fouling? There's no reason to foul. That was stupid of me. That was a rage foul and we're probably going to lose to Utah here. Unfortunate. So I don't even know if I should play this out after that. I don't think I'm coming back from this, but I guess I'll see what this next possession is like. If I get a 3 on this next possession, I'll play it out. Why does Gary Trent Jr. still have that hair, man? It does not make any sense, but all right, give me a screen. Let me see if I can get like a 3 off or something. Actually, I'm open here. And that was just short, so I'm out. So I ran it back one more season, and Cade Cunningham came out and won MVP, which you love to see. I'm assuming we might have gotten Coach of the Year as well again. Yeah, we went 66-16 with a fully developed Wembanyama, and Cade Cunningham fully developed as well. They're both 93 overalls now. Kind of led in our direction. I'm assuming, yeah, we had Wembanyama make it as well. He's up to a 94. So, first seed in the East. Obviously, I don't want to blow it this time. We blew it last year, so hopefully this year we don't. 23, 28, 20.5. No matter what, this is it. I'm not going another season. I tried to get it done last year, was really desperate, and now I'm trying to get it done this year. So we get Orlando in round 1. I'm going to click simulate current round on every series. I'm going to live with the results. So simulate current round against Orlando, and we are going to beat them in 4. Great start. Now we get the Indiana Pacers. We get Benedict Mathurin, Halliburton, Lonzo. Lonzo and Halliburton would probably be the best passing backcourt in history. I mean, that is crazy that those two are together. I don't know how well that would work, but I think it would be fun. Not sure if that ever happens, but somebody come around against them, and we beat them in 5. Now for the New York Knicks, I'm assuming they have like Kawhi Leonard or something now. No, they have Giannis. So yeah, I was kind of close, but now they have Giannis Antetokounmpo. Dennis Schroeder's their point guard. They don't have Jalen Brunson anymore or Julius Randle, but they do have Nick Smith Jr., Jalen Suggs, RJ is still there, Robinson. Like I said, somebody current round living with the results. Let's see, and we sweep them. So now we get the Sacramento Kings. They have Kevin Huerter, Osman, Keegan Murray, Davion Mitchell. I'm going to go game by game in this one. Finals, we got 1-0 lead, 2-0 lead. Think we might have got it this time. Yeah, fully developed Wembanyama, Cade Cunningham gets a championship this time around. So that is how I'll end the video. I hope you boys enjoyed. We put together a pretty good roster here in Detroit. Got Gary Trent, traded for Michael Porter Jr., got Trey Murphy. Really love what we were able to accomplish here. If you guys want to see me do a Wembanyama rebuild with another team that's projected to be bottom of the standings, let me know. This is Crushables saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.